Williams, it's the final many predicted. Look at the lineup here on the sofa this morning. Virginia Wade, AnnabelCroft, Nigel Sears, welcome to you all. Well, thank you very much, Virginia. Nigel, father and his fiancée, who's been making the headlines.
Amazing how much has been made of this, but it's pretty emotional.
But we might talk about that a little bit later. And Maria, can you see it going Maria's way?
Well, you can never underestimate. You put everything aside from previous matchups and she will apply what she can for this match today. And you have to remember she's also going for a little bit of... But, of course, Serena is trying to surpass Evert and Navratilova with 19, which is a massive motivating factor as well. I'm really looking forward to it.
Virginia, do you think Maria goes on to court thinking that she can beat her, really believing that she can beat Serena? Quite extraordinary, Nigel, when you think of the success that she's had, that actually to get back to the final here in Melbourne.
Yes, but that having been said, I mean, Sharapova hasn't beaten Williams for over 10 years now. No. The head-to-head stands at 16-2. Sharapova has only won 3 sets out of the last 15 matches played. And really, it's to make that play.
That's right. Basically, Maria's just got to play her game and hope Serena's off.
Yeah.
Often doing some acting jobs, yes, and getting involved. I think everybody felt that this girl that we are...
Indeed, Nigel, even though Steffi Graf has...
There's a different way that they approach the game. What do you think?
I couldn't agree with you more, and it was Steffi Graf was... I think she's... because she was very shy and not particularly extrovert, and she quit and leads a moderately quiet life with Andre, but... You know, I think she's overlooked a little bit because so many people stick around and then people talk about them all the time. So Steffi was intimidating. The way she was as quick as a flash. I mean, she was, in my mind, she was an absolutely supreme athlete. You couldn't get a better athlete than her. She got her nervous moments, but she was good in every department, apart from maybe not having what today the players have is a powerful two-handed backhand. But I have to have a bit of a dispute with Nigel about that.
Well, but wouldn't you give Serena for staying in the game? You have to give her credit for playing this long as well and being at the top for such a long time.
Of course.
And just so complete, I think. But Steffi, fantastic.
Okay.
I think she's the best female who's ever played the game. You know, I really do. She's superb in every department. Wonderful. When she's at 100%, that's the key question.
Yeah, but I mean, I
wondered, didn't we, in that second-round match against Panova, whether Maria was going to come through 2 match points.
Your own problems on your side of the net. That there's such a tendency to forget that people is so good at that. Sorry, I took her.
No, I was in... that allows Serena to get onto that front foot and start to dictate the rallies, and that is serving ground and also that baseline sort of middle ground as to who will get the first big hit in.
Starting with looking at that Serena serve and how
Sharapova tends to be quick at the beginning.
For Maria, I'm beginning to, you know, lose an eye breakthrough against Serena today.
Well, I think it's about staying with Serena in the scoreline that will break down, but not very many players can get her to that point. Although, as I said last year, a lot more at stake here, so it is going to be very, very tough. But you know, it's a new tennis match, as both of them have said.
You're absolutely right, because you know, you look at Serena; she's so used to winning. But if you can put it down in her mind, she doesn't know how to cope with it,
it's so
to say.
Yeah, she frets a bit if you can stay with her, but staying with her is difficult. It really is.
Yeah. Speaking to Jamie Baker, we haven't really had a lot of chance.
She listens well to what he feels about his game. Hurt her in the corners. If she's not feeling 100%, then get the ball away from her. She cannot let her stand and hit. And Serena can't let Sharapova stand and hit either. So that's the story at the moment. Good start from Serena.
The unfortunately low, and we've seen a couple of loose shots already, but for winners every time.
Well, it looks to me like she's also trying to not go to the open court.
That he's going to have a real problem
to. And it's probably moved superbly. They have great defensive skills. If I would maybe give Djokovic the edge, well, certainly on paper, although I think Andy's got a great shot at this one, particularly on Protakopoulos' second serve. But Andy, I would give the edge on... And if he is aggressive, he could well...
Great chance. But I think that's nice for anybody to finish with a flourish like that, so close.
I think a lot of Novak's probably going to be a little bit worried, and Andy must be...
Oh, there's no question. I mean, I'm a little bit with you, Virginia, that I feel that the edge is very, very below par and played so much of the match behind the baseline, very defensive. didn't, just didn't. I think he's been a little bit more emotional as well. Lots of looks across at Boris, lots of stress.
Djokovic at Wimbledon. Djokovic was, at the US Open, you know, that was the day after, and Djokovic was sort of exhausted, I think. So I hope that the 2 days doesn't actually lose the momentum for Andy. You have to put up with whatever you're given, but that is one of the oddities of the draw. I mean, for the women, they had to play one quarterfinal and one semi-final day after each other. So, you know, that happens. So
yeah, it's a certain peculiarity. Yes, quite.
Yeah. I mean, the last time when they met at the US Open, just recently in the quarters, was it, or semi-finals, when it was such an intense battle for those first 2 sets, couple of tie breaks, and then Andy played at an extraordinarily high level to win that second set. Then his fitness levels just literally nosedived. And I think that whatever Andy's been doing in Miami, there's been an enormous amount of work that's gone on there, a big sort of look at the fitness levels, and I think he's come into these championships at a whole different level fitness-wise, and I can't really see that happening again. So I think that's going to be a major factor in this. And in terms of, you know, sometimes with Andy you can see little dips in the concentration levels, well, we haven't really seen any of that during the course of these championships.
He's a great match player. He deciphers opponents. His movement skills are phenomenal, and he's a very complete player, as is Andy. You know, there are going to be such fine differences between the two.
What do you think the keys to the match?
A lot on the second serve. I mean, Andy needs to be aggressive on his second serve, particularly with the kicker. His second serve slice has been aggressive, and he's done well behind it. But he can't just roll it into the Djokovic double-hander. Both of these two return so well. Djokovic has been very accurate on first serve, but Andy served far more aces than Burdick in his last match. His first serve, very effective too. It's going to be fascinating.
Would you need more pace on the second serve from Andy?
Well, the only time I thought it came, I was not going to let those opportunities slip by, but it's whether or not that presents itself. But as Nigel said, I think that his second serve, he has been more aggressive on it throughout the course, you know, consistently, and the slice second serve has had more impact because the court is playing quicker, so that ball is coming through the court, it's less attackable. But when he went for the kick a couple of times, as I said, against Dimitrov, it definitely sat up.
Apart from win.
Well, I'd actually like to see him not get in, you know, he wins so many points by attrition and by hanging out. And I think against Djokovic, I think you have to be more aggressive and you have to take your chances and demoralize Djokovic. Make him, rush him a little bit. So I would like to see that. But I think he's been doing much better with not lagging too far back. So I think there are all sorts of different tactics that could be employed by Djokovic. You sort of feel he's going to do the same thing all the time. You remember, nobody will ever forget the volley he missed against Wawrinka after 5 hours of play last year in the semi-final. So he hasn't been enjoying his trips to the net all that much. But Andy's got a super volley. I'd like to see him move up there.
A little more aggression.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
I have to go with Murray. It's going to be very close.
Murray in 5?
That's too difficult to answer.
I definitely
How
feel like,
many?
well, I might go 4, but I don't know.
Nigel?
I don't care how long it takes, but I want to see the Scotsman get across the line.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gears, and he will want to find that tomorrow against Andy. But at the moment, I think Andy's played the far better.
You know him better than anybody here. He
brings it on the day. It's going to be a match of such...
And as for that, Nigel, Annabel, Virginia, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for watching us on British Eurosport today. So, Novak and Andy await, but today belongs to Serena Williams. Goodbye.